On today's Fun Fact Friday, we are talking about implant exposure or dehiscence. To show this, we have our trusty old little pal, the ocular octopus. A dehiscence is a breakdown of the tissue that is closed in front of the implant. So when the eye is removed, the implant that's put back in is connected to all four of the rectus muscles, and then that tissue is closed over the top, and we want it to stay that way, nice and secure, sealed. That's where we can then go in and put the prosthesis over the top with a good impression, so it's like a fingerprint in there, very contoured and comfortable. Problem is, if the prosthesis no longer fits well, we have some changes in the socket, maybe things settle a little bit. A dehiscence occurs when this tissue starts to break down and maybe that seam starts to open back up a little bit. If it's a small enough spot, typically what will happen is an oculoplastic surgeon will place a scleral patch graft, which helps cover this, and then things can kind of slowly grow back closed. Problem is, if this dehiscence or implant exposure is too large, typically then the implant is replaced. That's kind of up to the oculoplastic surgeon as to what goes back in there, but typically it's either a dermis fat graft, which would be like taking some stuffing from right here, wrapping it, and then putting it back in here, and then closing things up. Or sometimes they'll place a smooth implant back in its place. Then we want to make sure that we have good closure over the top of it, adequate time to heal, and then we can go in and take a new impression to make a new prosthesis. I forgot to mention, if you want to see a socket photo of a dehiscence, check out the comments below. Dehiscence is that little spot that can occur to expose that implant. And that is today's Fun Fact Friday. We'll see you next week, and don't forget to follow along for more.